Good day. Whoa, clearly needs some trimming. This little bed needs some work and some attention. If you've ever had a place in your yard that is distressed, that is inhospitable to gardening, this place was an absolute wasteland forever. This garden that you see right now is the newest of everything in the yard. This little garden space has so many elements involved in what I consider. There's pathways, there's layering, there's egress and sightlines through the arbor. There is structure, there's strength, there's pots, stuff in process. There are so many elements to talk about with this that let's just take them one at a time. Let's start with getting some measurements so I have a sense of size. Oh, here's my trusty 10-foot rebar, just to give you an idea of what size we're talking. Let's go over here. Okay, we're right around 10 foot on this side. What do we got over here? Maybe, but 15 feet, would you want to call it? And from the back, let's give it another 15. So it's pretty much of a triangle. This is a center garden. This, like the one out front, sits right here in the middle and has various sides to it. Different character on the backside, as you will see. What we've got in here is we've got some power structure. We've got ourselves an arbor with a sight line that takes us to another part of the yard. What we have here is essentially a privacy fence, but it's a privacy fence within another set of privacy fences. You know, that's all layered up like a maze through here, but there's no reason for people to feel that if they need privacy from their neighbors, they should just plant a hedge or a bunch of trees along the backside of their property and call it a day. Here, the way everything is subdivided, we have layer upon layer upon layer so that we create senses of privacy within our own space, time and again. This plumbago started out in the front. When I first got the place, it was runted out and almost dead out there. It was getting no sun. Brought it back here, hoped for the best. It took about a couple of years for it to recover and get to maybe this size. In the meantime, on this side, there's nothing here. It was nothing but dirt, sand, austere environment. Direct sun burning it during the day, T-storms flooding it, and then intense heat and the soil, sand and salt. I tried over and over and over for years to get something to grow here. And this was always just a wasteland. Now, a few things changed that. One is that really made a big change was getting this queen pond. Once the queen palm got in here, that palm exploded. It had no competition for root underneath. It was wide open, loose, sandy soil. And man, this palm was like, yes, I have a spot in the world and no competition. So it exploded in size. And as it did, it arced beautifully over this space. When I got it, it was that tall for $10. That was, we'll call it, let's call it 10 years ago. Very strong, fast grower here in Florida. But what it did do is it established a center and shade. So the first step in being able to cultivate any of this was getting some shade here. Here, this copper bush, it allowed that to get established. And as that bush got established, the plumbago got established. And then you start to get this domino effect where beneath the ground, the roots are all starting to help each other, creating a little net under there for structure and to grab passing water as it comes through. And the thing is that as the rains go through, they can help to maybe flush some of that top level of salt, wash it on through. Everything here that's in the ground must be salt tolerant for here. That was a lesson it took me a few years to learn. Plumbagos love sun, but they also have all of their structure is back there in the shade, where it gets drainage going back to it. It gets some water. It gets sheltered from the sun, and the top is just taken over. It can have it. We want it to have it. Wait till you see the backside. That's another element in play. This is a center garden.